on ATF TV.
We're here to mourn the destruction of a generation.
There's a terrorist in your living room.
In fact, it's happening right before our very eyes.
Have you been caught in the crossfire?
They don't care what it's doing to you. They're selling you stuff that causes you to kill each other.
From MP3s to movie screens.
We've got violence in media. We're talking about it in television and movies.
From identity theft to the internet.
Live like this, act like this, get your identity from this, and you do everything to try to get it, and you're still empty.
Can the enemy be stopped before it's too late?
They did wind up taking off the ornaments off the shelves in the whole state.
And they don't care as long as they make money.
Join forces who are taking on the terrorists in your living room. Today on ATF TV.
I'm not going to let them steal a godly generation. If that's you, I want you to jump to your feet. I believe God wants to use you in a powerful way with your skill, with your dream, with your background. He's totally set you up to make an impact on your world. And tonight I want you to imagine that this happened to you. Listen carefully. Judges chapter 19. She was a young lady, probably 17, 18 years old. She was on a trip to a faraway place, but she was still in Israel. Israel was supposed to be a godly country. They had the 10 Commandments. They had Moses, they had all the prophets. And they were on their way back from a long, her and her, it was kind of like she was kind of like her boss. And they were on the way back, and they stopped in this village that was a Benjaminite village. It was one of the 12 tribes of Israel. These were supposed to be people that loved God. And the evil men came and they started banging on the door of the house. They started rattling the whole house. You better let that girl out. You better let her out. So finally, they were all afraid for their life. They let her out, and they abused her all night until the next morning when the man came out. He saw she was on the porch, and she was dead. So this is what he did. He picked up her dead body and put it on his horse, and he brought it all the way back to his hometown. And when he got home, please, I know this is pretty gross, but I'm going to tell you anyways. He took her body, and he cut it up into 12 different pieces. And he put it on 12 different donkeys with a little note. And they sent it to the 12 different tribes of Israel. And they said, this is what happened in Israel. This is supposed to be God's place, and look at what happened. They killed this young lady by abusing her. They put her to death. They killed her. They ended up costing her her life. In other words, what he was saying is, the crime was so bad, it's so heinous, so incredible, it's way too bad for just a little announcement. You guys, guess what happened to the slave girl of mine? It's way worse than that. I want you to see the bloody, horrible, ugly reality of what happened in this place that's supposedly God's place, God's country. And so, what did he do? When people got this message, let me just read you what happened. They saw the donkey coming to all the different parts of Israel. They saw what happened, and this is what happened. I'll just read it in Judges 19, verse 29. The Levite got home. He took a knife, cut his servant woman into 12 parts, limb by limb. Then he sent a part to each of Israel. Everyone who saw this said, nothing like this has ever happened before since the people of Israel came out of Israel. Think about it. Tell us what to do. So they all shouted, tell us what to do. Let me hear you say it. No, they shouted it. These people were infuriated. What? Are you serious? No way. I can't believe us. Tell us what to do. Come on, you got to do better than that. So these guys, they were serious about wanting to take some action. So with their life and with their heart, they were screaming out, tell us what to do. And so the next day, Judges chapter 20 says, 400,000 of them gathered together. 400,000 gathered together, and they were all dressed like soldiers. And they said, tell us, how did this thing happen? So he went and told the story that I just mentioned to you. And these guys are like they were like seething. They couldn't believe it because this is supposed to be a godly country and a godly village. This perverse thing happened. When this horrible crime happened, the rest of the country said, no, we will not stand for it. We will not let it happen. We will not let it go unanswered. They saw their country was on the verge of moral decline, cultural landslide. If they didn't make a statement, if they didn't do something about this, what would be the next crime? And then what would be the next thing? And what would be the next thing? They said, nope, not on our watch. We will not let it happen. We will not let these guys get away with it. And so they made a statement. They said, tell us what to do. Let me hear you say it. So they went and they confronted these guys who wanted to take their country down the wrong path. They sent a message. This guy, when he cut the body of his servant girl up, he sent a message to the whole nation. This is a bad crime. This is a heinous crime. I want you to get the message. And the people got the message and they responded. They said, okay, put us to work. Tell us what to do.
Coming up, exposing the terrorist tactics.
They don't care what they're doing to you. They're destroying you for the sake of a buck.
And later, strategies for victory.
Stand up and make your voice be heard. Don't stay silent.
When ATF TV continues.
One voice.
My voice.
My voice. My life.
My life.
I can make a difference.
My voice.
My actions.
My actions
Can save someone's life.
Can change the world.
But time is ticking away.
What happens if we don't do anything?
What happens if we just keep to ourselves?
We
need to take action.
But time is ticking away.
If we really knew the urgency,
The urgency.
the urgency.
Would we start living life the way we always should have?
how would you live your life?
Your life.
Your life.
How would you use your voice?
This year at Acquire the Fires. Learn powerful life lessons through live drama.
I could really relate to the main character.
Get off your attitude and fall on your bleeding knees.
Use your voice to sing praise to God.
And really just enjoying God's presence and His worship and giving Him the honor and the glory.
Acquire the Fire is a time to come and focus on God.
Be inspired and challenged by powerful speakers.
Leaders just really pour into these kids, and that's what they're about, and it's exciting to see.
Then get pumped up as you pump your fist to the sounds of your favorite music artists. And after the event ends, keep shouting your voice loud and clear. The silence ends now. Acquire the Fire presents Let Your Voice Be Heard.